Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Stoneblock 2. How you feeling today, guys? I hope you're feeling great. So listen up. I've been looking around a little bit, and with the amount of stuff that we've got going on, we're getting to the point where we basically have infinite resources. Where we're starting to get into the point where, like, there's some things that we don't have, but we could get really easily. Because all we'd have to do to get this filled up is do the same thing that we did with the gravel, where we build something that will auto-sieve it, go ahead and put the crops into a crafter for the sand materials or the dust materials, and then go ahead and get the materials, put them together, smelt them up, just like we're doing with the other materials. So I think it's about time, because I've been holding off on this because I didn't want to like run the course of the pack very, very quickly. But basically, it's at the time where we're going to start looking at that infinite resource gen that's just automatic. So we're going to start getting into chickens and cows, since those are quests that we have to do anyways. For those of you that don't know, this mod pack includes the chickens mod, more chickens, and basically what they are is they are chickens that make resources. So sand is one, redstone's one, yellow, dye, flint, redstone, anything that you could really want, you can probably get through the chickens mod. There is a lot of different chickens, all the way down to awakened draconium, which is a very, very end-game material. And then the same thing with fluid cows. So these are cows that basically produce certain fluids. You've seen me have them in my inventory a couple of times already, and it's basically like the same kind of thing, just done a different way, whereas the chickens produce like whatever material they produce. Like, so a log chicken will just lay logs, kind of like it does eggs, right? And then it can be collected in a variety of ways, but basically you would just take it out of the chicken, and then it produces the material. Now, cows, on the other hand, the fluid cows, they are milked, quote unquote, for whatever their liquids are. So in this case, we have so far got a lava cow, a seared stone cow, a water cow, and a milk cow. So those can all be milked, quote unquote, and then those materials will be pulled out of the cow and then deposited into some kind of fluid storage. So instead of using the storage drawers, maybe we would use the drums. So these are how you get infinite resources for whatever you want, because there's molten iron, molten lead, molten gold. All the stuff that you could ever want is going to be in either a fluid cow or in a chicken. So I've been holding off on these because I didn't want to finish it really quickly. And then the third one is mystical agriculture, which of course we've already started a little bit of, because this drops the different varieties of essence that you can then combine into whatever materials those essences are able to combine into. But to do that, what we're going to need is another farm structure, and I'm pretty sure that I just want to use this one right here. So we're going to try and see if the builder will allow us to copy this and make a second one over here. But before we get into that, I'm pretty curious about a couple of things with this. Like, number one, will it copy the architecture craft blocks? I'm pretty curious about that. Same thing with the sneaky buttons. I think that if it's able to copy this, it will copy just the button, and I'll have to put in the sheet metal material. Same thing with the garage doors. I don't know how those will work. And then the other thing is that I've been working on the pots that I told you I was going to. So you remember how I said I wanted to build something around the hopping bonsai pots that would kind of work like the garden cloche. So I did. And I wasn't shooting for the exact same thing, so obviously there's a few differences in mine. Like, I didn't extend the circle out as far. Obviously it's much bigger because the hopping bonsai pots take up more space than these do, because these are, I think three blocks tall. Yeah, but only one block space is taken up, whereas this is a block space that has to have this under it, and then so there has to be space around it. So yeah, obviously they had to be much bigger. So heavily inspired by the garden cloche, I built this. I did it all in chisels and bits. It took me the better part of an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm somewhere in the middle there. I was just listening to a mix of music, so I didn't have a firm line on time. But yeah, the better part of 2 hours. And then yeah, you can see very heavily inspired by it. Materials I used were white stained glass, red stained glass for the light. I used glowstone in the middle, so it does actually provide a tiny bit of light on its own. And then stone for the gray bits, black concrete for the black bits, and then the treated wood plank is the majority of the outside materials, with a little bit of the solid yellow block that we used for the sun symbols inside of the base earlier. And then I made a positive chisel design of it. So these are real easy to craft, just water, paper, and lapis. And then what you can do with these is, if I press shift, you can see this is what they look like. So in this case, say I wanted to just go ahead and build another one. Well, if I put this in the right mode, which I need to do it in place. Yeah, placement. And this is a radial menu. It's a key that you can set in your configs. I just set it to whatever I wanted, and then I'm put it on placement. And then you can see now it's appearing in the world. And so if I go ahead and right-click, yeah, it'll place it for us. Materials, it takes just a tiny bit of the yellow block, tiny bit of the red stained glass, same with glowstone. Stone, it takes about a whole block. Treated wood planks, it takes about 5 of them. Stained white glass, it takes about 4 of them. And I did use chisel to remove the boundaries and make it one big connected texture, because it just looks better inside here when you do that, basically. So yeah, basically we can just walk around this, place all of these down, just like that, and then we will have these around. And there's a way you can rotate, is it Shift M? Yeah, if you shift and mouse wheel, you can change the orientation, and if you hold down shift, you can freely place it. So if you didn't want it to be right on the corner of a block, it doesn't have to be. So yeah, basically that's what's working out for us right now. We got this going, and this is another one of those things that I'm really, really wondering if the builder will be able to move. I assume not. I really don't think that it would be able to copy these, which is fine anyways, because since we're doing the chickens and the cows in the new one, I don't need these planter blocks in there, because I'm not going to do trees in the middle like we did here. The middle is going to be sort of a free-range breeding area, quote-unquote, and then we will put them into the various things that hold them. So I'm going to get a couple of things set up here, and then we'll come back and we'll see if this is able to do its business. So give me a minute and we will come right back. Yeah, this is what it looks like when all of them are together. You can see we've got all 9 of them in place. And so now it looks like we've got some gigantic garden cloche doing our tree business as well as our normal farming business. So let's talk about this builder and see if we can do this, because I'm legitimately not sure if we can. I've never tried to do this before with these types of blocks. So the first thing that we need is a space chamber card. This is what we're going to put in the builder to get it to do the thing. So we'll take that out. And then we'll need 8 of these space chamber corner blocks. Really, we need 7, but you need an 8th one to make the next thing, which is this right here. This is a space chamber controller block. Boop. Because you need to put things around whatever it is you want to copy on every outside edge corner thingy. So, for instance, we're going to have to put one here. And I guess this might as well be the controller block, right? Okay. So, because you need it outside in every way, shape, and form from the thing that you're wanting to copy. And actually, I will have to place this 1 block lower, because I do also want it to copy the floor. So we'll do that, and then that. There we go. Actually, let me get back up there first. Okay, so there we go. Because I do want it to copy the floor as well. So there's that. And we need to do that on every corner, and then we can get it to agree that we have done the thing. And we do the rest of them with the space chamber corner blocks. We only need 1 controller. So let's come down here. And the reason we're doing it up to the edge there is because we want to include obviously the doorway as well. So Now we'll come down here, and should just be, yeah, because this is all flat, so yeah, just right here would be sufficient for this one. And then the same thing right here, just go down to, and then drop it. And then now we've done the entire ground area, but we also need to do above it. So the highest point would be there. So that's where we need to, on this level, is where we need to place them. So we'll need some kind of convenient block here, and I guess cobblestone's just as good as anything, right? So let's grab a couple of these and pull them out into normal cobblestone, eat a piece of pizza. Okay. And then we'll pull down some sable So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8, and a 9. So it needs to be on the 10th block above ground level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 10. And that should be even with that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and pull all this cobblestone back out, because we can't have it up in between there, I don't think. I'm honestly not sure, but I don't think we can. Better safe than sorry, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 9, and a 10. And that should be on the same level again. Tear the cobblestone back out, and then come down here. Basically, you can see how this works. We got to do it on every single corner. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be above. Should definitely be above. Then one more time, and then we will have it one more time. I'll just feel it. Yep, that should be good. That should be good, I think. I think that I counted that correctly while I was singing. So if we come down here and we get... Where's the... Can we do it with this wrench, or do we need theirs? Chamber successfully created. Okay, we did it. They're all on the same level. They're all correctly done. So now we take our space chamber card, and we right-click that, and you can now see that it's set to channel 1. Yeah, so then if we look and throw this in here... Actually, hold on, pull it back out. Because we gotta... If we right-click... Yeah! Yeah, you can see that it gives us a listing of everything that's inside that area. So we've got inverted lights, we've got podzol, we've got the chiseled stuff, which is not movable. Not movable means it cannot copy it, cannot place it, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I was right. Unfortunately, the architectural blocks, it cannot place those, and that's a darn shame. Because honestly, that's the biggest part of it, is the architecture block. So I was really hoping that it would be able to do that. Well, I mean, we can still get everything else. So you put it in here, and then you have access to a whole bunch of different options. So copy, move, swap, move back if you moved it from the space chamber, collect any items that are in there. Copy is totally what we would be using. So basically, you gather up all the resources you have here, and that's listed here, and then you put them inside of a chest that's either above or below the builder, and then when you tell it to go, it'll copy the structure in the area that's defined. So like if we do, can we support preview mode? Yeah, because right now it's got it on that corner, so we'd want to move it over and rotate it around, basically. So can we, yeah, do a 180? Yeah. Yeah. And we need to offset it by 1, basically, and also place it like right on the corner of the... I wonder why it's doing that. Why is it showing anything there at all? Is there not enough room here? Oh, some of it's being cut off by this. Yeah. So if we just change this to like the other corner, instead it's that corner. There we go. So now nothing is over here, because it can place the entire structure here. And, you know, there's a part of me that's like actually placing it like off of the center, like not lining it up exactly with this one, is kind of cool. But on the other hand, I mean, like realistically, when you're planning out a a structure for how things are going to work, why would you not just center them on the same line? I don't know. I also like symmetry, as I said before. So I got to move this around a little bit, and then we'll see it in action after I've gathered all the blocks together that we're going to need. I'll be back. Okay, I've gathered together all the materials that are not the immovable ones. That's everything that is just going to be okay to be moved. And then I wanted to go ahead and set this up so that way I could see exactly what kind of shape it's going to be in, and then we'll start grabbing the architecture blocks and filling it all in. But let's check it out, huh? This should, if I put on the highlight here, highlight, there we go. You can see that's where it's going to build it. And yeah, I had to fiddle around with it a little bit, move it around, lower it, because it was also copying the ground. But yeah, now it's embedded in the ground. It's got the same dimensions as the other one. You can see, like, if I back up right here, that I'm right across from that. So yeah, it's not showing any of the architecture blocks at all. So I just really don't think that it would be able to place those. Earlier, when I was trying to put this place together, I also tried using a builder's wand to just make it go a little bit faster, and that did not work for me anyways. It placed down, like, it fakely made some oak wood blocks in the same shape and then placed them, and also deleted some of the sheet metal ones from my inventory. So I really think that architecture craft, if you want something copyable, not the way to go. But yeah, let's kick this bad boy on and see what happens. Chunk 1 of 6, 2 of 6, 0. So it's flipping back and forth. It should be making some progress somewhere. Let's kind of fly around a little bit. We'll try to capture it as it's going on. I might be going through all of the space right now that it just can't copy. Oh, there it goes. There's the sheet metal getting placed around the edges. Ah, this is super cool. This is the builder, man. It's such a good block. It can do so many things for you. And even though it does not have like the full list of materials that I put in for this area, it's still going to go ahead and build what it can, and then it will move on and just skip all the stuff that it either A, doesn't have materials for, or B, can't copy. So cool. So, tangentially to everything that I'm doing outside with the building that I'm putting together, I'm actually needing to smelt down a lot of stuff. And so I'd kind of like to get myself up to this here ultimate furnace, which all of the different furnaces and the blocks that you make to get there are all quests. So it's actually just kind of like a benefit to us that we want to do that. So I've got the recipes pulled up here. It's just essence of whatever type, a block of essence of whatever type, and then, the previous furnace. So in this case, it's just a normal one. And then here you can see it's the Prudentium and the one we made, the Intermedium and the one before it, the Superium, sorry, and the one before it, and then the Supremium. And then the Ultimate is the Supremium, 3 blocks of Supremium essence, 4 Wither Skeleton Skulls, and a Nether Star, which is definitely something that we have, because we have killed the Nether a couple of times. The Wither, not the Nether. Yeah, I killed the whole Nether. It's all done. Game over for the Nether. Apparently, you can also get it in loot crates of the legendary variant. So, before we dive into all of the stuff, how many legendary crates do we got? Like 19? What if we opened like 30 of them? Since we missed the 10 in the last episode, we'd need 10 for this episode, and then also, we're just doing some as like a reward or trying to get something. Let's pull this stuff up for the moment. And then we'll just do this. So, storage upgrades, tier 3 growth crystal, extreme vector plates, dislocator, dark matter, insanium essence, tier 5 cobblestone generator, more dark matter, another dislocator, some more storage upgrades, An extreme vector plate. I guess it's rarer than just this other stuff since we've already got like multiples of several of these. A draconium block, that's cool. Item barrel connector, more dark matter, another cobblestone, more reinforced obsidian, up 2 more blocks of terra steel, insanium. There we go. There we go. Now we are going to have to craft one up just to get the quest done anyways, but that saves us time in today's episode. Let's go ahead and knock out the rest of these. Item barrel connector, obsidian, sodium, dislocator, a resonant upgrade kit. Okay, so that's just the last tier. That's not all the way to the top like some of them have been. But yeah, that's obviously that's beneficial. I think actually the did we have one for resonant already? I think we only could get it to... No, we did get it to resonant. I guess we had one of these from a previous loot chest. I thought we only got it to the signalium upgrade thing, but it probably makes no sense. But I've either talked about it before or will talk about it later. So, haha, boop. That's the rest of them. So we've got more reinforced obsidian, some extreme vector plates, another cobblestone generator, item collector of the advanced variety, some more dark matter, and another item barrel connector. So yeah, we did get the ultimate furnace. Now this thing is nuts. It's very, very cool. Super duper excellent. I'm going to place it over here because it's not something that is... It doesn't need power of any kind. But basically, what this thing does is it takes, you know, fuel and smelts down things super duper quick. So we're going to use this wireless RF heating coil. We had this before from one of the previous episodes. We made this so that we could wirelessly power a furnace. And then we just actually ended up going for, you know, energy-powered furnaces anyways. Basically, if we throw this thing down, and we need something to smelt up, which, you know, glass is the reason that I wanted to do this, so why don't we grab some sand? In fact, you know, because I believe in us and the power of this furnace, we're going to grab, say, like, 9 things of sand. Yeah, that's 9? That's 9. Okay. Come over here with me. Check this out. So this, like I said, it's crazy. Wireless RF heating coil. It takes a certain amount of RF to create ticks of burn time. Whatever. None of that matters because this is an ultimate furnace. Check this out. Boop. That's crazy, right? And if you're using like actual coal or anything like that, it's just super duper quick. Super duper quick. Super duper quick. So yeah, just boop. And if we had something to like automatically take this out as quick as we could put it in, then we could definitely get this done way, 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 way faster, just because we wouldn't have to sit here and take out the glass, put in more sand, take out the glass, put in more sand, take out the glass. You can see what I'm saying. But yeah, this thing, it smelts stuff down so quickly. It's just, this is going to greatly enhance the building project that we are doing outside, because all of a sudden, boop, just like that, it's all done. Although, did we... Oh no, just it took it a minute to catch up with what I was doing. But yeah, fantastic. So now we've got plenty of glass. I don't have to sit over there and smelt down sand in any of those other furnaces now. I can just walk over there and do it. So yeah, having done that, it's already a pretty like hefty episode as it is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there, and I will get the building finished up before the next episode. Guys, if you enjoyed it, please like the video. It really helps me to feel motivated. And also, you know, I don't call on this one very often, but spread the word, guys. If you know anyone that wants to watch some modded Minecraft playthrough with somebody who is, I'm not going to say super talented, but yeah, somebody who kind of knows what they're doing, please let them know that I'm here, you know, because in the early days when you're starting out your, you know, tubing career, quote unquote, word of mouth is the way that it spreads, because it's not like I can really hook up with other people, you know, etc. So anyways, if you want to see more, if you're brand new, if somebody referred you to this video, or any other video in the series, you want to hit subscribe, because there's going to be more coming out from me. And yeah, leave a comment down below if you've got any other tips or cool stuff that you'd like to see. And we will see you in the next episode. So guys, you have a great day or night or whatever. Ciao. Later. Bye.